So I'm Joe Willis. I'm the Chief Learning Officer at H.E.L.P. And if I had one piece of advice for Mindset Monday, and that I do, and I actually do this to help me be better by Friday, is I ask the question, how would my future self want me to respond? And this is in the moment when we are in that 30 to 90 seconds of the emotional melee of whatever it is. We are only seeing in a very limited scope. And they use the analogy of boxes of crayons, right? So they say, men, we've got about 8 crayons to work with. Women have about 16. I don't want to get too much into the gender conversation, but there's a mixture there, right? But in the moment where we are experiencing some sort of an emotional amygdala hijack, we suddenly have a 64 pack of crayons to work with, and we're experiencing things we've never experienced before. And it is this, street fight happening inside of our emotions. And if we can, in that moment, ask ourselves, how would my future self want me to respond? And answer that question honestly to ourselves, we'll be far better off. And so whether it's we're struggling with some sort of an addiction, we talked about stress earlier, would my future self want me to do this? Or I'm about to say something that I will regret to this person that I love deeply and means the world to me, but they pissed me off. If I'm willing to ask myself and answer honestly, would my future self want me to say that to her? Chances are no. And I have to live up to that. So that's what I would say. How would my future self want me to respond?
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to use that. That's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I hear, obviously we've trained together a few times, but I hear it every time I'm taking something different from it. So I appreciate that, because I think all those crayons tend to happen to be at different times of the day, different times of, your life, your moment, what you're going through. So just keep those crayons sharp so that we know that we're ready.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on with us.
Hi, welcome to Beyond the First Response, where the thin lines don't stop, even when the calls do. I'm Christy Lister with Blue Help.
And I'm Robin Michael with Red Help. We are first responder family members that talk openly about the effects the job has on our lives and the mental health of our loved ones.